the topic is egg cryopreservation, aka egg freezing. More than ever before, women are having kids in their 30s, and the interest in egg freezing has tripled since 2014. Question number one, would you do it?
Yes. I thought I would. But after doing the research, man, there's so much more work than just having the kid. Like, I understand we don't want to have kids right now because we're so busy with our careers and we're so, the life is changing. We're having kids in our 40s now as opposed to our 20s because our 20s are spent learning and doing and
making so many mistakes.
Exactly.
Our 30s are, correcting those mistakes. And then in our 40s are like, okay, finally I can think about other people.
Yeah, I think after when we first talked about this, I thought, yeah, I would freeze my eggs too, totally. And then after sitting down and really doing the research, no.
So what do we know? We know that in order for this process to happen, you have to undergo 10 days of injecting medication. Mm-hmm. The procedure itself is about 20 minutes long. Yep. And it's not painful. But it can cost anywhere between $2,000 to $10,000.
Yes, but
to do it.
Yeah.
Now go ahead. What did you find out?
Or up to even $15,000 to freeze your eggs, right? Mm-hmm. But then after you freeze your eggs, to impregnate yourself and to fertilize yourself and to go through the whole process of like getting the egg to grow inside you once you're ready to use the frozen eggs is another $10,000 to $18,000.
Okay.
Interesting.
So I'm like, no, let's just pop out the kid when I'm 28 and screw it up a little bit, and that's going to cost me a lot less in the long run, but maybe not.
Yeah, I know it's definitely cost prohibitive for a lot of people because it's a lot of money. That's like $28,000 to $30,000. I'm still doing it, so all I need to find is the God. But no, I'm still doing it. And the thing is, like, after, it's funny that you mentioned like the cost after you initially freeze your eggs. My sister, and I'm gonna hold you to this till the day you die, told me she's gonna be my surrogate if I ever decide to have kids. So I already have an oven.
Okay, so you
have an oven.
You want like zero participation in this. You want egg frozen. And it's not going in here; it's going on someone else's uterus.
Yeah.
Okay, so
honestly, I think motherhood it's absolutely beautiful, and I think the whole process is beautiful. I just don't know it's something that I want. You know what I mean? I don't know. I battle with it every single day. So the reason that I would want to freeze my eggs is maybe when I'm a little bit older, yes, I do want to have it. I'm definite about it. And at that point, I could probably afford a surrogate, and I'm probably going to go the surrogate route.
And you basically want to make sure that your eggs aren't gone by the time you possibly. And we, as women, we've grown so much over the past 50 years in the way we experience our womanhood. Do you know what I mean? In 50 years, we've changed birth control developments and how we are seen as mothers. I definitely want a kid. I definitely want a kid probably sooner than later. But
things aren't looking too good.
And the freezing of the eggs, if you do more research, it shows that there's no guarantee.
Yeah.
No, there's not.
Doctors can even say, like,
not every egg is perfect, let me tell you that.
Absolutely.
One thing that I think about is, I would do the whole egg, freezing my eggs, but I start thinking, what if it's just not for me?
Yeah.
Like, what if at this point when I'm 40 years old and I still haven't had a kid, or I'm still not married, or whatever, maybe that's just not the way things are supposed to go for me.
And that's an option that you should have.
So should I force it?
No, you don't have to force it. But at least for me, like I said, I want to have the option there in case I do want to have kids, because it's something that I still struggle with. But maybe I do one day. And if I don't want to have kids, then I'll get rid of them. That's it.
Get rid of what?
The eggs.
Oh.
Not the kids. Come on now.
Good clarification. Thank you for clarifying.
I'll just get rid of the kids.
I'll just get rid of the eggs.
Well, yeah, the good thing is that the frozen egg is that it never expires.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can have it whenever.
It's an option there. Again, motherhood is so different for everybody. It's very subjective. There are people that have a billion, all my siblings have children, a lot of my friends have children, but again, I'm just like,
And the world is changing so much. I mean, we don't know. Science is changing. Everything we know is true, is changing. History books are changing. So the option to be able to go, man, I don't want kids now, but maybe I will. Let's have that option. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
And I think that our technological advancement has made life to be really cool, but we just can't forget about what happened 50, 60, 100 years ago.
Yeah.
And the last thing I'm going to say is, like, more like laws, like computer technology doubles every 18 months. By the time that I want to have kids, maybe it's going to be a lot cheaper because they've come up with more inventions to make it more more
Stem
affordable.
cell research.
Stem cell research. I'm saying, like, again, right now it's expensive, but you don't know in a year,
So
2,
what's
3
your
years from
limit?
now.
Like, when would you do it? If you say, I'm going to freeze my eggs.
Before 40.
40?
Before 40? Well,
40?
if you want to
They say
do
35.
it, but late 20s and early 30s is the best time, is what they're saying. But
You never know. My
so
grandma,
mine has to be now.
Yeah, me too. Let's hurry up.
oh,
So
my-
let's hurry up.